How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing: always protect your profits. And today we're going to be taking a look at MULN and as well as for Polestar. We saw a lot of volatility in the markets, so we're going to be going over these plays and seeing how they look like going into tomorrow. So when we take a look at MULN, you can see it closed at 83 cents, being down 6.68%. On the low, it tested 83 cents, and then on the high, testing 87 cents. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 77.556 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 71.66 million shares. So we had above average volume on the day, and we also had quite the pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, one thing that we noticed right away, MULN is trading below all of our major moving averages, and of course, this is not a great sign whatsoever. We ended up seeing a high at 87 cents, and of course, we wanted to see a break above this level so MULN can make that test going back to the 90-cent range and testing that 21 EMA. But since we did not get that, and now we have resistance at the 9 EMA, which you have shown to happen to us in the past, there's a strong possibility we can have MULN trading back into the 70-cent range, so that is an area you're going to want to watch. We do know that we have strong support in this mid 70-cent range as well, between 78 and as well as 76, so if it gets down there, we're expecting bulls wanting to step in and push the price up further. If they do not do this, then we could start seeing lows at around 75 cents, and we can even come all the way down here to around 67 cents. But again, this is only if the selling pressure continues. If you're looking for a strong move to the upside, of course, then you want to see MULN being able to get above the high of the day at 87 cents and seeing if it can get back into the 90-cent range. And upon doing that, you want to see a move going to 95, and it can break above 95. You want to see that move to $1. In my personal opinion, for MULN to actually get here, it's going to need a strong catalyst. Every time we have these pops, we tend to have sell-offs. So whatever that catalyst is going to be, it's going to have to be a big one to get this stock moving again. So for the most part, it looks like where it's at currently is just going to be consolidating. Let's move on to the short interest. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information from MULN. So the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 50.63%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 39.36 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 800,000, updated 28 minutes ago, and then for the short biophase rate, it is at 24.37%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, you can see for the close of the 15th, it was at 54.39, and then for the close of the 16th being at 50.63. So that is a significant decrease right there. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 15.79%, MULN does continue to have short squeeze potential. Let's take a look at Polestar. So we ended up closing at $9.51, being down 2.46%. On the low, it tested $9.46, and then on the high, testing $9.72. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 871,849 shares, and then for the average volume over 10 trading days, it was at 1.461 million shares. So we had below average volume on the day, and we also seen a pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, one thing that we see, which is not a great sign, we are trading below all of our major moving averages. We are below the 50 EMA, the 21 EMA, and as well as the 9 EMA. So this is not a great sign. And also, when we take a look at the recent price action, we did form a lower low and as well as a lower high. So where could Polestar go to as far as for tomorrow? Since we did see a low at $9.46, I wouldn't be shocked if we come down testing support right here around $9.30. So this is an area you're going to want to watch very closely, because if we come down to $9.30, then we could see Polestar wanting to test around $9.16. So please add that to your homework. If we have a break below this level, then we could see Polestar coming down to test $9 right on the dot. If you're looking for a turnaround, you want to see a move to the upside, we did see a high at $9.72. So if we're able to get back above that level and actually get to the 50 EMA, which is at $9.74, that would be a great look. If we could just have this area and close at that level, then we could see Polestar wanting to make that move back to $10 again. But if it doesn't end up doing that, then I could see the selling pressure wanting to continue and getting down to those levels that I spoke about. So be prepared for all of my investors out there, and as far as for my traders, at least you know what it looks like to the upside and as well as for the downside to take advantage of opportunities. Let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for Polestar. So the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 51.1 2.14%. And then for the off exchange short volume, it is at 341,150 shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 15,000, updated 3 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 142.84%. So it is still up there. And then when we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 15th, it is at 55.43. And then for the close of the 16th, being at 51.14. So that is a significant decrease right there. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float, being at 7.66%, like I've said in previous videos, Polestar just needs to have some more buying volume coming into the play, or a strong catalyst. It has been a very noticeable trend for this play, and that's also another reason why we've seen this happen with MULN. So that is why, as far as for when I put these videos for you guys together, make sure you're checking out the chart portions. It'll give you a good idea for the levels to look out for. So as far as for Polestar, it is looking bearish. We did have a pullback inside of the market. We want to see if there's going to be a turnaround. And for MULN, yes, we're not surprised that we have a sell-off, but it is coming down to key levels, which is known for bulls wanting to step in and buy out the play. And if you want to be prepared for that, then you want to look out for that mid 70-cent range. And if it does break through those levels, you already know what you need to look out for. I'm bringing this to your attention since we did have the Fed minutes that came out today, and pretty much what the decision is that they're going to be sticking with 75 basis points. So this is going to impact a lot of tech stocks, and especially the stocks who are not turning a profit. And of course for MULN and as well as for Polestar, they're on their way to actually getting there. But of course Polestar is well ahead of MULN since they do have vehicles on the road and they have proof of revenue and also proof of concept. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you found a lot of value in it, make sure that you hit the like button. I'll be talking to you guys real soon.